SMC does not work for you. And I'm going to explain why in today's video. I'll have some simple fixes and also proof that it does work. So my name is Justin Bennett, full-time trader since 2011. As always, all of this is my opinion only and not financial advice. So guys, SMC for most people does not work, and there is one reason why. And it comes down to a lack of patience. Okay, now I know what you're thinking, right? Well, it's hard to have patience, right? What does it mean to have more patience? Well, the very first thing is you don't want to be out there hunting for setups. You don't want to be looking for setups in the market. You want to wait for the market to come to you, okay? The best thing that you can do for your trading is to develop an approach where you know exactly what you're looking for, and then you literally just sit back, you do nothing, and you wait for a trade to come to you. Now, if you are swing trading on the hourly time frame or the 4 hour, you have to understand that you're only going to get so many trade setups in a month. So from one chart, you might only get 2 or 3 setups in a month. Now that's just one chart. Here on the GBPUSD 4 hour time frame, you might only get, like I said, 2 or 3 or maybe 4 setups in a month, but this is one chart. If you're also trading indices, if you're trading gold, if you're trading crypto, right? Those are different charts. So you're going to have more setups from those in total. And that's exactly what I do. So for me, on average, I might take 10 or 15 trades in a month. And that is plenty, right? It might sound low if you're coming from taking 50 or 60 or 70 trades in a month, but you also have to ask yourself, are you profitable, right? Is taking that many trades working out for you? And I'm betting that it probably isn't. So how do we stay patient? How do we wait for trade setups to come to us? Well, again, looking at GBPUSD here, 4 hour time frame. And by the way, guys, full disclosure, I am in a trade right now. So I am short this market through here. I announced this in Discord in real time. In fact, I'm actually in 3 trades right now. They're all profitable. And you can see these here in Discord. This was the idea that I gave to members here at the time. And then this right here is the trade that I put on telling members here in real time that I was getting short here with my entry, stop loss, and take profit. Now, if you want to see exactly how I trade SMC full time, check out the link here on the screen. That is a free course that's going to show you exactly how I trade. That content is not available on YouTube. And if you want to join us in Discord for my help, seeing my trades live, getting VIP only videos, seeing the full course, etc., then beyond that free course, you will have a chance to join us. Okay, so let's get back here to the pound. So how do we stay patient? The question is, how do we avoid in a trend like this, right? We have this downtrend here that started with the change of character. And if you're not familiar with change of character and breakup structures, then I did make a video on all of this. So check out my other videos for a full, explanation of what these are. So following this right here, right, we knew that we were going from looking for buys to looking for shorts. So the question though is, how do we stay patient in the times where the market hasn't fully set up yet? In other words, with this right here, and by the way, this BOS, guys, this BOS that you see right here is actually on the hourly time frame, okay? So on a 1 hour chart, we did get the close below. That's why you see a BOS here. But the question is, how do we avoid this right here? Okay, so we get a BOS. How do we avoid shorting this? How do we avoid shorting this? Because yeah, sure, you could have made a little bit of money here, right? If you had shorted up here somewhere, you could have gotten out down here in this area, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to catch this, okay? The goal is to catch this right here and ride this trend lower. So how exactly do we do that? Well, funny enough, there is one simple tool that exists on every single platform that is going to help you immensely. And it's one of the most overlooked patterns out there. It's one of the oldest and one of the most common, but it's also one of the most overlooked, and that is a parallel channel. So here off of these highs, what you'll notice is that off of these highs, we have something like this. Now, you can also see that off of these lows, we have a parallel channel that connects right here with these lows. Now, you might be seeing my channel here and wondering why I have this set up as a range and not exact levels. The reason I have this is because markets are not perfect, and you're not always going to see the market, tap right off of a higher low. A lot of times you will see this as an area. Look no further than this back here. Okay, now for those who are wondering, I will double click this, okay, and show you my settings. So very simple, guys. This is just a parallel channel. You can find this in TradingView. You can find it on MetaTrader. Any platform out there is going to have, any legitimate platform out there is going to have a channel tool. So you can develop this however you want, with these levels. But guys, something this simple is going to keep you out of so much trouble. Because here's the thing too, is traders tend to think, okay, well, this is great, right? Seeing this right here. They see this right here and they think, okay, well, it's great that we can see this. But by the time we identify this as a channel, we're all the way down here. So how does that help me back here? And that's actually not true, because the thing is, the moment that I have these highs back here, the moment that I have this, I can draw this channel. Okay. And I can extend this out as far as I want. Now it doesn't matter, or it doesn't mean that the market is going to respect this. But the moment that I have this high up here, I have these highs right here, and I have this low. The moment that I have these, I can draw this out. And what this is going to allow me to do is, if I know that this right here, the middle of this, is kind of the mean of this, think about it like this. It's very similar to premium discount and 50%, right? We know that in a market, okay, we want to be shorting up here in this premium area. We want to be longing down here in discount. We also know, though, that around the 50%, things can get choppy. We know that around the 50%, we do not want to trade that. So imagine this in a similar sense, where the 50% of a channel like this is right here in the middle. In fact, if I draw this out, okay, come in here to the settings and just plot a 50% level, okay, this level right here is where I do not want to trade, okay? I do not want to trade through here. And so knowing this, right, and knowing that we have this happening, you know exactly where to be looking for trades. And we also know that this back here, this change of character, meant that we were only looking for shorts. So guess where I want to short? I don't want to short through here, right? All of this nonsense through here. I don't want to short any of this stuff. I want to be looking for shorts up here. I want to be looking for shorts up here. And that's exactly what I did. Again, this is a short that I currently have on. Okay, and I'll show you exactly why I took this one here. And I'll also show you back here in this area how we had a short setup. Okay, so let's remove this middle line here. And I'm going to turn on bar replay. We're going to go back here toward this price action. So again, the question here is, how do we avoid trading all of this through here? Okay, we have a BOS to the downside. We're waiting for the market to come to us, but how do we know when it's right to step in? And again, it comes back to this channel, guys. I mean, it's as simple as this. The moment that you see this right here, again, look where we are. Look where we are right here. We're right here in the middle. We're in that 50% area. You do not want to be trading through this area. Okay, we want to be trading the extremes up here, right? Up here. This is where we want to be trading, not through here in the middle. Okay, so knowing that, again, all we're doing here is just waiting. We're just waiting for the market to tap into this area and also identifying imbalances, right? Like look at this back here. Look at this candle right here on this drop, okay? And if we draw this out, and you can see that off of this candle, right, when you see areas like this that line up at the top of a channel like this, then you know 100% that this is where you want to be paying attention, okay? So if we then play this forward and see what we get here, right? Again, traders just getting chopped up through here. This is not what you want to trade. Now, the moment that we tap into this, okay, let's drop down and see what we get here. So going back here, 15-minute time frame, I'm going to run through this pretty quickly because I've made videos on an entry model on all of this before. But all you are doing here, just very simple, right? If you understand break of structure, change of character, all that stuff, guys, this is just simple stuff. I mean, this is so simple, right? We have a BOS above here. So technically this is an internal BOS because it's internal to that overall structure we just saw. This right here is your protected low. Okay, so the moment that we close below here, we are looking for shorts. In fact, we're getting short, okay? Now, what you'll notice is that on this 15-minute candle right here, we got the close below. I would enter short on that right there, okay? I mean, plain and simple. I'm not going to wait for a retest. I'm entering short right here. So short there, stop above the high, because the thing is, I don't know if we're going to get this up here. I don't know if the market's going to come up here, and it's not worth missing this trade setup that you waited days or even a week for in order to capture another, 6 or 7 pips. It's just not worth it. Okay, now in terms of a target, it's really simple, right down here at the lows. Okay, so if we take this down here, drag this down here toward the lows, move this over just in case it takes some time, and go back to the hourly time frame and see what we get. Okay, so again, playing this forward, let's see what we get here from the pound. We're in our entry, we have our setup with that change of character. I'm going to change this here to an internal change of character because that's what it is. Okay, and then playing this forward, let's see what we get here from GBPUSD. So we chop around a little bit, we gap down, there's our target, okay? So there it is, plain and simple, right? Really, really simple trade setup. And again, how did we avoid this? How did we avoid trading this through here? How do we avoid this? How do we avoid this? Well, we do that by understanding that when a market trends, it tends to trend around a mean, a middle line, okay? And so when it revolves around this mean, we do not want to trade through here. We don't want to be trading this. We want to be trading these extremes. Now, here's where traders screw up again, okay? Because they have this trade here, right? And they want to trade immediately. They see this here, break a structure to the downside. They see all this volatility and they want to trade again immediately. But knowing what we know now, knowing that this channel, okay, is kind of directing the price action, so to speak, where do we want to look for shorts, right? Pretty easy, right up here. And this is exactly what I did here, okay, this week. So looking at the 15-minute time frame. So again, we know that we're up here in the top of this channel. Okay, so let's just get that straight. This right here is the top of the channel. We don't want to trade this through here. We don't want to trade this through here. Why? because we're in the middle of this channel, right? We're in the middle of this. This right here, guys, is just plain chop. You do not want to be trading this. So if we're trading the extremes here, then we want to be looking for shorts right up here. Okay. And again, this was called out in real time, guys. This is not after the fact stuff. You know, this was me calling this out. You can see with this idea right here, this was real time when I said on watch, right? We're watching for this right here. And I told members way ahead of time that this was the area I was interested in. Okay. So going here to the 15-minute time frame. All right. So let's back up a little bit and go back here toward this area. So again, all we're doing is just walking this up. So simple, guys. All we're doing is mapping out a BOS. Okay. So we have the internal BOS here above these highs. That makes this down here the low to watch. All right. So if we're going to get a structure shift here internally, this is the low that has to be taken out. Remember, we are at the top of this 4-hour channel. Okay. We avoided all of this chop back here because we knew that we were in the middle of this. And if we are trading the extremes, we have to wait for this up here. We have to wait for this up here. Okay. So once again, going here to the 15-minute time frame, right? Moving in here, this is the low that sellers have to take out. And so if we play this forward here, you can see where this does serve as support a couple of times. And then we finally get the break. Okay, so this right here, I was actually shorting this at 134.30. Okay, so right up here, I did actually get in on the retrace here in this case. And that just happened to be the case, guys. I was actually out. It's kind of funny. I actually came back to the charts following this right here. And when I came back, the market was up here. Okay, so I shorted this up here, stop loss above the highs. And so far, this is in profit. Okay, but the whole point here, guys, is that I did not trade any of this mess back here. I did not trade any of this stuff because I knew that this is where I wanted to do business up here at the extreme. Okay. And I also knew that in this case, you can see that in terms of premium discount and OTE, you can see that this here was our range, and you can see that OTE was up here. Furthermore, too, we also had this gap back here. So I knew that we had this gap back here in OTE. We got that internal shift and, you know, no brainer short setup. Okay. But this is how you wait for the market to come to you guys. I can't stress this enough. I really hope you're taking this stuff to heart because this is what it takes to be a profitable trader. Okay. So I'm going to put up here my current short position. So this is my short position I have on now, targeting this low down here. And I'll bring this up here to real time just so you can see how this is playing out. So this is my short position that I have on right now. Again, you know, well in profit over a, you know, 1-to-1 right now. And really, this is it, guys. I mean, here's the thing too. I'm going to leave you with this because we have this idea that to be a trader, we have to trade, right? It means that we're placing trades all the time. And what you'll see here is that from this over here to the point that this trade closed to this point over here where we open a new trade, right? This was basically about 10 days, not 10 trading days, but 10 days total. But the point here is that this can take a week or two to set up again, right? To, you know, essentially reload itself and come up here toward the extreme to give us another short, just like we had back here. Okay. And it's the same thing with this. We want to avoid this. We want to avoid this. We want to trade this up here. We want to trade this up here. Okay. And you might only get, like I said, you might only get a few setups per month per chart. And that is okay. Because here's what I'm going to ask you. If you took 2 trades in a month and you had a 50% win rate, okay, just a 50%, and you were targeting a 3-to-1 reward to risk, would you make money? And the answer is yes. Okay. You would make money. Now, if you took 5 trades or 10 trades in a month with just a 50% win rate and a 3-to-1 reward to risk, you would make a lot of money. Okay. On a larger account. Absolutely. Now, if your win rate was 60% or 70% or 80%, you'd make even more. So that's my point. You don't need a lot of trades. My win rate over the past 2 months is 85%. It's not always like that, but the system that I've developed is a high win rate system. It's not that I even focus on win rate, but I know if I follow my rules, that the win rate will be there. Okay, so stop focusing on making money. Stop trying to make money. Instead, focus on following your rules because that is the only thing that you can control. So I hope this helped. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also check out that free SMC course right here on the screen. Until next time, trade well. I will talk to you again tomorrow.